Ministers, Your Excellency, Governor, ladies and gentlemen, Secretary General, it's a pleasure to be here this morning. I'd like to congratulate the United Nations World Tourism Organization, the Egyptian government, the government of Luxor for convening this important meeting here today. Luxor is known as the biggest open-air museum in the world and truly is the center of world tourism. Egypt's tourism industry has suffered terribly since 2010, and this meeting is a powerful demonstration of support to help the recovery process for this wonderful country. I'm truly encouraged by what I saw with the pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx there, the UNESCO-inspired transition in the last few years. I'm truly encouraged by the levels of security I find at the airports here, particularly having just been through Cairo. We at WTTC will encourage governments to send their airlines and tour operators back to Luxor and back to Sharm el-Sheikh. I am confident that Egypt will recover again, as it has done from setbacks in the past. Tourists have been coming to Egypt for as long as the concept of tourism has existed. And Cairo must be considered as one of the first examples of city tourism. Over 2,000 years ago, Hellenic travelers wrote of the Great Pyramid of Giza in the same terms as the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Colossus of Rhodes, or the Lighthouse of Alexandria. Today, that pyramid is the only seventh wonder of the ancient world to survive through time. Luxor stands on the site of ancient Thebes, the pharaoh's capital at the height of their power during the 16th to the 11th centuries before Christ. If history had taken a different route, Luxor could have developed into a city as large as London, Bangkok, or Shanghai, all cities that have been built in the past from thriving trade supplied by a river. People have always traveled for a wide variety of reasons, but visiting cities for work or pleasure is one of the most important ones. And as we become ever more urban, so the importance of cities will increase. In 1950, less than 30% of the world lived in cities. For the first time ever in 2008, there were more people living in cities than in rural areas, and that change is accelerating. By 2030, 15 of the world's biggest 45 economies will be cities, not countries, but cities. Already, almost half of all travel is related to cities, and this will continue to grow over the next 10 years. Growth in the travel and tourism sector is outpacing growth in the rest of the economy. So it makes sense for regional and national governments to prioritize the needs of business travelers and tourists when planning their city development. While some of the most visited places on Earth are surrounded by water, cities should not be considered as islands. Instead, they're part of a wider community, connected to each other by transport links, especially rail and air routes. They are cultural, political, and economic centers, which rely on the flow of people, capital, ideas, commerce, and information. Each city is unique, but they grow best when they have a coherent, long-term vision and a series of strategies designed to achieve that vision. Cities need strong leadership and coordinated management. They need long-term infrastructure planning and development to ensure that rail, road, sea, river links can deliver goods and people to the growing metropolis. Cities need a strong brand and a marketing program targeted at the right target visitors to encourage people to come and to spend their money. Cities need reasons for people to visit: cultural programs, sporting events, food, wine, theme parks, shopping, sightseeing. Naturally, the importance of having a clean and safe and secure environment has to be paramount. Cities need innovation and constant launches of new product to persuade visitors to return time and time again to spend their money. Cities need policies which encourage travel companies to flourish, and they need electronic visa regimes which make it easy, simple for people to visit. The attributes needed for a successful world city are vital for economic growth for this industry. But tourism is more than just economics. There is a human side. Travel and tourism brings people together. It puts a smile on people's faces. It alleviates poverty. It provides employment across all levels of society and some of the remote places on earth. It fosters respect and understanding. It makes the world a better place. It makes the world a more peaceful place. Thank you.